How do loops work in Ruby? Ruby has lots of different built-in loops. We have while loops, until loops, do while loops, but the most common way that we iterate is typically using the each method on an enumerable. But let's take a look at the basics. So if we said while x is greater than 0, we can print out x and then subtract 1 from x. Now we can run this with Ruby loops.rb, and that will print out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, in many programming languages, a for loop is a common construct. We have for loops in Ruby, but they're very rare. We might say for x in 1 to 5, do, and then we're going to print out x, and now we can run that, and we'll see something very similar. Now we're counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 1.5 is called a range in Ruby, so we're iterating through all of the items in the range. Another interesting loop in Ruby is just called a loop. So we can say loop do, and now if we had a variable of I, we can say I plus equals 1 and puts I, break if I is equal to 10, and now we can run this code, and it will print out 1 through 10. Ruby also has a really interesting loop called until. So we can say I is 0, and until I is equal to 10, I plus equals 1, puts I, end. You can run through this. And again, we get the numbers 1 through 10. So we have while loops, for loops, until loops, and just loops.